Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Today I thought we'll do, because we did, last week's podcast was based on Bollywood classics from the 90s and the 2000s. One of the songs that actually, for some reason, didn't make it, actually I do know why, it didn't make it into the podcast, was this one, Kal Ho Naa Ho. We even know what that song is. That's how big of a song that song has become, even in London and stuff like that. And we have seen some people cover it. I think we saw Atif Aslam and someone else covering a collaboration, but we've never seen the video, and I don't even know where it comes from.
Great point.
Neither does Bali, so we thought we'd check it out. We'll do an in-depth review because we have heard the song before, but I didn't know where it comes from or the actual singer Sonu Nigam.
Is SRK again as the actor?
Right. So
that guy is in every movie. That's so freaking cool.
If you haven't seen the podcast, do go watch it. It was a really enjoyable podcast. Lots of fun moments and lots of really cool music. So let's give this a watch. Let's give this a review. If you haven't seen this song, which I imagine everyone has, do go to the original and have a sort of a more continuous listening experience. But let's break this down, man.
Okay, let's go. Oh no! He's watching the love of his life be with someone else.
That fucking phrase, dude. Everyone here in London knows. That's how we know. We've heard this song before, obviously, but everyone knows it.
Yeah.
I think even a famous YouTuber called Chunks, he's fucking he does these dating shows. He lives close, or maybe he grew up close to where I grew up, where I did sixth form and stuff like that, which is higher education after secondary school.
Yeah.
And so all those lads,
everybody kind of knew this thing.
Would sing those songs here in London, and
that's so funny. I knew what it I know the song.
Yeah, Kal Ho Naa Ho.
Yeah, I've never really heard the whole song, but I know the chorus.
Yeah,
you know it. You know.
But that
so
phrase
funny.
is so fucking
iconic.
Known,
yeah.
Yeah, I know it. What the fuck?
That's so funny. I love that. I love that for us. I love that.
And that's also interesting on why specific sort of songs of the past have become so iconic and prevail up to now. One of the things, and perhaps we can talk here as well in this video, some of the post thoughts of our interview with someone like Jubin and as well of the podcast of the Bollywood classics, is that because in the 90s and the 2000s, obviously resources were still available and Bollywood and Indian cinema was still very famous, not only in India, but even across the world. It always broke through. The resources weren't in the millions and millions of dollars. So things were done in a more organic and sort of, not homemade because the production was still really good, but I don't know, it felt closer to heart.
I think it was more analog. I think that's the that's the
organic.
Yeah, correct. So, but in terms of directing and production, it was more hands-on because there wouldn't be as many opportunities to add a lot of post-production to this take. So whatever was done in the moment, the best take you got was what was going to be in the movie.
They had to focus more perhaps on story elements, good scripts, good messages.
More of the human essence in between the actors' interactions and
rather than transitions, big explosions, and casts just for the sake of cast name. You know what I mean? Go on. Those shoes.
Yeah, right? So 2000s. They're coming back though.
And the video is sick though, what the fuck?
It's New York City, but I feel like I'm this is so nice.
And why do I feel so nostalgic? Even though we didn't grow up in India, I knew nothing about India up until 6 months ago.
Why does it feel like it's hitting close to home? It's so cool. I love the elements in this music video.
We will look at the lyrics. I do apologize. A lot of you guys are saying, fucking hell, wherever you check those lyrics, translations, don't do it again. It's very hard to find any though, so I think at least it's better to have some idea than others. However, I am thinking, we're not working on this either. We're working a lot of stuff, obviously, now. But I am thinking of, there must be somehow to create a forum or a Reddit or something like that, where we can let you know what we're going to check out ahead of time. and then perhaps you can help us produce some lyrics, and then people from all over the world can join into that sort of board and forum.
Yeah, exactly, like a Reddit board. You know, how like people pick the best comment based on likes,
like the lyrics, the best translation that someone's come up with.
Maybe. Well, we don't know. Think about it.
We don't know. But let us know your thoughts. Of course, at the moment we are working on a lot of stuff. You guys know we're working on an individual movie channel for both the West and South Asia.
It's exciting because there's a lot of movies worth watching and talking about. So
with good music, there's obviously we have the concerts and the podcast coming up and all that stuff. So there's lots of shit. It's this couple of months, but after this comes down, we'll obviously make all the announcements. There's obviously Wlsk stuff, learning Hindi and the Tum Hi Ho. So a bunch of shit going on. Just stay patient with us. It takes a little while to work on all this stuff, but go on.
Wait a second. So it's what's happening with SRK? Is he?
Keep playing.
No, but I want to know.
Keep playing.
Is he the best friend that's in love with her the whole time?
I have no idea. Go on.
What is this? I know. This is like PS I love you.
He's dead.
Yes. This is exactly what this is.
Holy shit.
Okay. Yeah, I love it.
He's not real.
No, he's not.
He's looking from above.
Yeah, he's just like a spirit, a bystander in the situation.
Usually, and also perhaps that's the introduction of sort of those lovely, maybe not gospel-like, but sort of angelical, like those female vocals in the background.
Also the take in which he's looking at her right from the beginning. He's looking from above with all this like stained glass windows.
So I think both cinematography speaking and the musical score would suggest, given as well the attire. White usually. Both, I guess it seems in West and East is utilized to sort of what you call metaphorically show, depict the supernatural or afterlife.
Yes, the afterlife.
So that would be my guess so far.
So it reminds me a little bit like this idea, like especially how he is like whispering and like being a part of the interaction itself. It reminds me a little bit of like PS I Love You. Do you know that movie?
No, I know another movie though called Ghost.
Yes. Also
which
the same
sort of like that.
The same elements, but Ghost is more more
shit. Go on then.
No, let me explain.
It's my mom's favorite movie. I'm just teasing. It's a very good movie.
Ghost is more focused on the grieving process, and PS I Love You is more like how to move on
after mourning.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like this is like her moving on after him. Maybe.
It also does a really good job of selling this idea of an omnipresence, even with the idea of the percussion, because it's so it's essentially looped. But that idea with the cinematography of tung chung 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 chung, the softness of his voice, it sells also, plus the way it's been equalized, it does sell this sort of surround omnipresent vibe, which is really smart and probably ahead of its time. I don't know what year this was. What is it?
I don't know either. Let's see what he says.
Play Sony Gods.
Let's have a look.
Go up.
It doesn't quite say.
Probably 2010s.
Well, I'll check it out. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems to be, one of the riddles, I guess, I always like to solve is why do specific songs become such ginormous hits and why others may not. Not only is this interesting to learn as, obviously, musicians with hopes and dreams, but also very intriguing to learn as a fan on why do I like specific things, you know?
Yeah, I think, yeah. That's
no,
right.
please.
Also, I feel like they couldn't have picked a better voice. Dinner ready?
Not tonight, darling. No, we're married.
Fuck, that's an interesting
What?
take. And now I'm even
What
more
an
confused.
interesting interaction. What does that mean? What is this? Is this before he dies? I'm pretty sure he's dead. What is happening?
What? That's a great fucking shot. Right?
Ooh, he's the total player.
You know what? That's such a fucking great scene, the previous one of the cinema. Because,
It's a lecture, by the way.
well, oh, okay, look like a cinema.
They're in a freaking lecture.
Oh, in the lecture. Can you tell I haven't been to one? I think that's such an... Go pull it back to that.
Yes.
Because that does... and again, I'm just depicting through musical composition and sort of cinematography, the video. I think it depicts so well on what the ideal of a successful man may be, right? Of he is with a woman in which he enjoys company with and he feels sort of attracted to, right? But there is this idea that he's like a playboy, right? Like he's depicted as a playboy, as a Casanova kind of thing. And he's just naturally good with women.
Yeah.
Obviously, it can be quite intense, as you saw in the elevator scene. It's intriguing how you forget so fast about that bizarre interaction when they depict him in a completely different light here.
Yeah.
But it shows this bizarre idea of like a successful man, and what he's actually looking for is no longer, even though he still yearns looks and attractiveness and craves physicality and intimacy.
Yeah.
He is at peace with this woman rather than with the other also attractive lady next to him.
Yes.
He's still not able to let go,
Yeah.
right? But he is completely at peace with the other. Hence why she has most of his attention. That's a fucking fan. You can depict so much
It's a brilliant scene.
out of one scene, and
But
you can
that's-
see the turmoil of the character and what's going on.
But that's why it's exactly why I give so much credit to the directing in this particular movie, is because these elements of these tiny details spark so much unknown knowledge. It lets you grow into the characters so easily in a way that you don't actually know. Subconsciously, you're understanding that this guy is successful with women and in his career in a space of probably less than a minute, and it's all being done because of those untold interactions and the subtext and how it's being directed in the movie. But yeah, I think it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
And the song does a really good job. I think actually, musically speaking, it's probably one of the most simpler compositions.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
broken down. Like, one of the most complex ones, I think we've broken down in a good way, was that A.R. Rahman composition we broke
Oh,
down
yes.
on the podcast. I mean, I think that review ended up being like 40 minutes on its own. And it with this type of compositions, I think it's more of a play of different components coming together.
Yes.
Like sort of like the Power Rangers or the
Correct.
Avengers, and then.
But
leading to
that's
that
what I
bit.
like about this particular song composition, that it's kind of like loop thoughty, right? So it creates this loop-like effect. So it allows you to grow into the character development. You're growing into the scene itself, and you're actually questioning things in the scene and not so much about the musical elements, which sometimes, like in this particular scene, is the best. You don't need overcomplicated,
Fantastic so far.
yeah, orchestral compositions. I love that freaking phrasing. That verse-like melody for that phrase is freaking
It's so
fantastic.
genius. The corporation is so genius.
Because it's taking you out of that sensual-like effect, because the chorus is so lighthearted and it takes away the tension. There's no tension in the chord progression in the singing line. So when you are introduced back into that verse-like section of the song, you are like brought into like because the notes are a bit diminished, so like the chord progression is a little bit lower in energy, so you feel like you're being sucked into an alternate dimension that has ramificated from the one that you were just experiencing in the same time. It's a really meta moment, and I really like it. Musically speaking, is one of my favorite parts.
Also, a great example of how music can, through different sections of a song, you can kind of, without having to create abrupt or introduce new stimuli,
Yes.
you can simply, like the chorus can now mean something else.
Yeah.
Instead of intimacy, it can now mean serenity. It can now mean, what would you call it, perspective.
Yes, and what's beautiful about this particular song is that in the simplicity of its structure, it has enough dynamics to play with the whole meaningful
That's why it's so
and
genius.
subtext
That
of the song. Yeah. And it goes back up, so it gives you this whole idea of like, yeah, it's cheerful. It has an upbeat.
It has enough
optimistic-
undulations naturally. Excuse my fucking singing, but it has enough
Mine
undulations.
was pretty bad too.
But yeah, it's great. I wonder who came up with it. What, Karanjay, was that the?
I don't know. We'll
one?
figure it out.
Kal ho naa ho,
And then he gives you this tension back.
har ghadi badal rahi hai roop zindagi.
And that right there is like a brand new section of the storyline
It feels
again.
like this combined with cinematography. It's fucking
Yes.
perfect.
Hai kabhi kabhi hai roop zindagi.
I don't understand. What
Oh,
was
yeah.
that look of like, am I dying? Oh, nice.
Oh no, he's dead.
He's definitely
He is
dead.
without a fucking doubt
Dead.
gone.
Oh my god, I don't know how many times I've said that word. Maybe we won't be
What
seeing
dead?
this.
What dead?
Yeah, dead.
I don't think YouTube's gonna have it, Susan. Oh, I'm sure my feet. Whoops.
Okay.
Oh.
Look at how many ads.
So
Okay.
life's changing every moment. Sometimes life is a shade, but at times it is sunshine. World of Warcraft, 50%
Yes,
off.
yes.
Every moment on the earth, live life to the fullest. Tomorrow you may not have the same time as you have today.
Life is changing every moment.
Yep. Every moment, live life to the furthest. You will not have the same time tomorrow as you have today. What the hell does...
More ads.
Here. Someone to love you with all his heart is difficult to come by. Should there be someone like that, he's the one for you. Be sure.
Okay.
So, us hate ko tum tamlo wo meherban kal ho naa ho means you must take his hand for all you know. Tomorrow might never be. Every moment live life to the fullest. Whatever time you have yours, for tomorrow might never come. So he is surrendering to the idea of the most loving thing to do with the love of my life is to let her go. Fuck, that is brutal.
Well, it's not like he had a choice. He was dying.
No, but he's giving her the blessing.
Where?
That's fucking rough, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. He's giving her a blessing through the song.
Yeah.
That's
Live
fucking
to the
rough,
fullest.
dude.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know why that he's so close home. I've never been in that fucking situation. I'm alive and dandy, dog. But yes,
No, but I guess you can see it from different perspective. You don't have to be dying in order to let go and give the person you love the blessing to carry on with their lives. And I think that's actually harder because there is a physical attachment to these people, right? So the fact that you are alive and well and living, and then you do the selfless, most forgiving thing that could be, it's okay, go live your life, I hope you're happy, but like genuinely mean it, not in the sense like I hope you're happy now. You know, without the pettiness behind it, like a genuine feeling. I think that's hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking rough. I just think it's even rough when he's not,
Right?
because you're painting it like dying is easy.
No, but
imagine dying but not being able to acknowledge your own death.
Yeah, no, that's the worst.
What the fuck? They know that you're going to pass away.
Yeah, no,
that's brutal.
that's-
Some people are like, they see too many movies. They're like, oh yeah, well at least I can prepare and say my goodbyes. Dude, that's fucking
You're never
rough.
ready.
And what if you're really young like him and you're falling in love with the woman that's taking care of you, bro?
You're never ready, I don't think.
Because tomorrow you may not have the same time as you have today. Maybe that's what Kal Ho Naa Ho means. Well, there you have it.
It's
It's a
emotional.
great composition.
That's big time emotional. I want to see if there's some credits up here. The album movie.
Music
the
director
writer,
Shankar Ehsan and
Javed
Lloyd.
Akhtar was the lyricist, and the music director was Shankar.
Yep. There you have it, guys. Let us know what you thought about the review, and obviously, if you haven't heard the song, go give it a listen. Very interesting. I think I'm fucking broken now. Goodbye.
Time to cry. See you later.